onye bụ nze na Igbo bụ onye na-nze and obodo ọ na-enwere nze rie nne ọwekwa ibe a na-eletọkọta asị na nze maka onye a na-echi nze ya ebulu oche nọrọ ana na mbala biya wee ka gị mma niile aka gị mma niile mmeghesi niile gị drop on ana covenant direct covenant with you and aja ani onye bụ onye nze to over how many of them chili nze ka akara mma niile that's why they can still do a lot of nonsense no one na edosnata ana Igbo ma na esi ego for us again we have to go back. The biggest market we have is not actually Africans in Africa. The biggest market we have
Diaspora.
are Africans in diaspora. That YouTube is thriving today is because of Africans in diaspora. Are you not shocked that eventually Netflix say they are no longer interested in Nigeria? Why? The Africans in diaspora, they say that the Nollywood they have in Netflix is not the Nollywood they know. Because you cannot be telling African story and then you are telling the African story to be like a Western film. It does not make sense.
Bam, 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 bam. Ndị nwaanyị ụma na-enwe ka m ga-esi gbakarịa agba mụ na nwa na gbọmụ nke a bụ nke pụrụ iche unu ma ebe anyị nọ unu ma ka o si adị unu ma ka anyị si akụkpọlị n'oge gbam ebe a bụ ebe bụ na anyị kpọnye ya ọgbaba anyị mepee ya osisiba nke anyị mere ujuo ya eme ọzọ nke anyị kwuru ujuo ya ekwuo n'ọzọ ebe a ka anyị na-ewetara unu ife mmụta ife mkpughe ife pụrụ iche anyị na-akpọta ndị ọdịkọdị anyị ndị nwere ike eji na ndị nwere onu eji ekwu okwu ivi n'oge mmanya n'opu bọdụ ọ bụ na ị nwere obi etinye n'arụ afa m ka bụ Dr. Chijioke Igwendụ Odogwu ya mba bụ ezigbo onye Aba tata anyị nwere edeiti na enwe ka mmadụ ga-esi wee bụrụ mmadụ agodi agodo tata anyị nwere an ancestor one of the gods n'ife a na-eme eme ka anyị nabata Chief Ugezu J. Ugezu Ayaka Enugwu ukwu Ayaka Igbo gburugburu papa you're welcome sir.
Deba ya kene mulu
no
nke onye chi ya zere
no rinne
daalụ rinne
no
ya mbaba si na otu aka ọ dị njọ dị mma
ever
ọwụ na-akwadogoro ọnọdụ ọwụ na nwere ụbọchị achịkọta ya dịka ụmụazị na-akwado
yes
otu okwa ya kwadobe ife
ever
ikpe ọmụ mbụ ọwụ na ma nọrọ nso nsị na njecha bata na anyị ya nọ na taa na wee kwuo ibe kwesịrị ekwesị na
kapị okwu ọnụ
chukwu mezie ebela ọhụrụ nkịta osita adịba ma ọ dịba gboo
yes sir
ibe abịa ka anyị tinye okwu ọnụ
yes
mana achọrọ ka m gbata ya ọgba ozugbo adị m achọkaba ka a na-akpọ m chief mmejiri achọ ka a na-akpọ m chief bụ na chief nwere very striking resemblance with thief so chances are na ị nwere ike onye chọọ ka ọ kpọọ chief yara mgbe eji kpọọ thief ndị mmadụ na-akụ aka mana ekwuo n'ibe a chọrọ ikwu rekọdụ ya
igwetekwuwe
ọ dị m mma ka akpọọ m nze na nze ka m mere ụdị mmanya na-eme m nze akpọọ m nze Ugezu J. Ugezu Ayaka Enugwu okwu na okwulu Igbo n'omuri ọ na-aka edo mmanya daalụ rinne
nze nọrịnne otego ka o si wee gwu otego anyị chọbala ya otego na nnekwu mmọnwụ befe ọgba na ọgbọ ị ga-ama mmemme a na-eme and ịma na agbama anyị ọka ịkwanyite ọnọdụ Igbo na ife gbasara Igbo and ife ọbụla a na-ekwu gbasara Igbo so far entertainment is concerned so far media is concerned onye na-akpọrọ Ugezu J. Ugezu ịmanụ onye ilo so wee gụ nọrọ nne na gbam kọwala anyị kedu onye bụ nze Ugezu J. Ugezu gaa n'iru.
Nze Ugezu J. Ugezu bụ onye na-eme ife onyonyo n'obodo Naijiria anyị adịghị ife onyonyo ọjọọ na-eme ya na a na-eme anyị nwa na-eme gọọmenti ya anyị ikike anyị mebe ya abụ member of the Directors Guild of Nigeria ya bụ otu kachanụ ma ọ bụ na-abata n'otu niile nọ n'ime Nollywood ọ DGN bụ ya bụ the apex guild in Nollywood ya bụ ndị nọ n'isi ahụ na gọọmenti chọọ ka akpa ebe ọbụla gbasalụ Nollywood na ndị a na-ebu ụzọ akpọwa bụ ndị DGN ịbanye na ya bụ otu na-arịọkwa arụ ma anyị megere banye na ya ibe anyị ji wee banye na ya na anyị chọọ ọ na-adị mma onye kwado ime ebe ka o mee ibe ka esi eme ibe na ọ bụrụ ka ị na-agba akụkụ ọ bụrụ na asị na ndị ọcha batawa kịta na Naijiria ka abịa mee kọnsana na ibe onyonyo ndị izizi va ya ebu ụzọ kpọtụrụ bụ ndị DGN recently enwere Directors Guild of Nigeria ka enwere Directors Guild of America n'otu ọsa ndị anyị nwere very very working relationship anyị na nwanne so onye ya merie Ugezu nwekwe mgbe nwere ana m etikwu egwu mana adị m etizi egwu kịta anyị mejirizi eti egwu kịta bụ na ibe gbasara onyonyo bịa kpokoro oge m na ụdị na-adịrọ mma mana ọtụtụ egwu ntị karịkwa n'ịntanetị ọ bụrụ ịchọkwa onye ije chọọ ka ọ ga-egwu Ugezu ọ na-adị ezo no the era of ịntanetị mere ibe niile ọ dịzi ya ọ dị ofele ije tinyekwe Ugezu songs mana Google mana YouTube na ịchọ ka ịnụ egwu Ugezu idu gị ma na Ugezu na-eti egwu mana ọra Ugezu a na-asị eti ma ọgwa na mana a sị na nne nwa ya nara aka nka ndị egwu mara agba na ọgwọ na ọgbọjụdọrọ mgbe ụfọdụ ana m agụkwa mana ibe eji mmalụ mmụ bụ onye na-eme ife onyonyo dada ife onyonyo na-eme bụ ife onyonyo na-akaba arụ na-akwalite asụsụ na omenala ndị be anyị tupu anyị abata na ndị bụ ụzọ mere ife onyonyo na-ekwu okwu maka asụsụ Igbo na-ekwu okwu maka omenala ndị Igbo ọtụtụ n'ime ha bụrụ ndị Igbo mana ọ maka na ndị Igbo bụ ndị na-ewepụta ego eji eme ife onyonyo ndị Igbo anyị na-ewepụta ego nwere ndị ọzọ ubi ka nwere iwepụta ego wee megide Nollywood wee lụọ ebe olu ndị Igbo na-ewepụta ego from ndị nọ n'Iweka Road ma ndị nọ na Pans Road Aba ndị Igbo na-ewepụta ego abịazie weta nyabụ ego ndị ahụ enye nyabụ ego ka ha wee mee nyabụ iwe onyonyo ọtụtụ n'ime ha bụrụ ndị Igbo abịazie na-eme ife sọlụwa jide omenala ndị Igbo gatọkọ onye na ụdị na-adọrọ mma abịazie ọdịzi aka ya asị na ndị Igbo enwụrụzi omenala na ndị Igbo enwezi ọdịnala so anyị nwere onwe anyị batalụ na anyị nwebatara na this business anyị soro ndị bidolie anyị nara ya asampụl onwe anyị as the founding members mana anyị na-asampụl onwe anyị as the correcting members because ebido gị ya ọ na-ada ụda tupu anyị nwe batazie sizie ka anyị dozie ife mebiri emebi onye ka ọ ya bụ onye Igbo nọ n'ebe ọ nọ na-ene n'ife onyonyo ka ọ ghara ịdị na-ebe akwasị ka ife ndị a na-eme ife a dịka na nwere ị na-enene ebe a na-akwalite omenala ndị nna gị ị na-enwe obi aṅụrị na nke a dị mma onye ebe anyị na-eme ọ bịakwa na-eme ya n'ụdị dị mma 2014 ndị ọcha mere organize the third international screenwriters conference na Poland by the grace of God ọ bụrụ na ọsọsọ mụnwa bụ onye ndị ọcha netara anya na the whole of Nollywood aga m invite and when I go to Poland nchọ ka mmalụ the reason ndị ọcha ga-eji necha anya na Nigeria niile o nwere onye ọzọ ga-emenwe invite wee jụọ why first na va na-follow me over the years and na m dị consistent in telling the African story if I'm running a story na-etel abara African story I'm telling the Igbo story mana that Igbo story has become African story so to say because na the story anyị na-etel na-resonate with onye ọbụla bụ onye ojii onye ọbụla bụ onye ojii ị na-enene ụdị ife anyị na-eme ọ na-resonate with everybody so that is what they call African story and it's on the ground of that consistency in telling the African story bụ ife qualify them ije that conference na Poland Warsaw in Poland 2014 so ever since that time I see myself as if I have won the biggest award in scripting you understand I've actually won some award before that one but that recognition nke ndị ọcha nke me itinyere anything amara m ndị babụ and I was the only black man in the midst of 400 and something screenwriters from all over the world that gathered in Warsaw, Poland, to discuss the way forward of screenwriting. So that is Ugezu. What's he was maybe subsequently,
No.
Dalo?
No. Nze ịbụ onye Enugu Ukwu. Enugu Ukwu nri. Akwa ka esi akpụ ya.
Enugwu Ukwu ụmụnri.
Okay, Enugu Ukwu ụmụnri. Mmụọ bụkwa onye aba ovu njikọ ka njikọ.
Ovuve a.
Iwu ike ịgwa anyị ebe obodo amụghị, kedu ebe itoolu, kedu ebe imeli ikolobịa, kedu ebe ije primary school, secondary school, university. Achọrọ m ka iteke ya through that background. Gaa n'iru.
Amụ m n'Enugwu Ukwu. Go primary school n'Enugwu Ukwu. My father rulu m duje m na Umezanam. Umezanam Community School. My father mana mmadụ egwu mmiri. Mana ọ chọrọ iwe emega. Maka it wasn't igwu adịrọ m n'anya chacha. I'm very small igwu adịrọ m n'anya because my uncle a na-akpọ late Anthony Nwosu mere na Bobe. Last born of my mother. Onye maka igwile m. Na chemist na Enugu Ukwu by. So the man about somebody believe I'm working up worker. So the kind of training on the training and a yendi odogun. Bro believe when I choro kamadi no la around him name. So my father Jim Maganata believe on a igwadra my ejit me be we up my father team na school. Eba na ji bombri agava. So no bombri no do. Go that place no was enough for like 2 years. So my father will relocate him to Father Joseph High School at Glory. Father Joseph High School at Glory, when we go secondary school, and that is where I formed all my friends. And I can meet Mr. Green in Modeke, who took special interest in me. We coach him in grammar because now us, when he received the highest letters as a student in school. And because then they receive the highest letter, that means I write a whole lot. And most of the letters I brought only from the mother, from very decent organizations. You understand? From right that time, even when I would do my BBC, African, whatever, all those guys, I received letters from all those people. So the man believe when I'm there, they let them receive a letter. So I said, okay, and I go whatever thing in there. Before seeing a school app or a man when the Kuzika them more interest. So this year letter was Mr. Green in Mareko. I could say on few corrections here and there. And those ones are correct. You stick go. Nisigi, my was the mistake here.
Yes.
And you post to that one. You look post to it. I don't want a school kind of post on it. You don't need to go far. You don't want that post. And you got to go stamp. You must stamp it just to be in at the bus. From that place, maybe they post here at the post office, So that is the school. On that school, can we win here? All Anambra State secondary school essay. It was in that school I won it, and that should be 1986. And I won it as an individual because I saw the advert for the publication of newspaper. During recess, in the Marigene Gumbana library, newspaper. So I saw the advert. But that one, and this is here because I didn't send to Mr. Green. They said that one, and I didn't post it in our school. They post it in our post office. So I was one day, the Minister of Education, that time I was Anambra State, Bonny State, Enugu State, all of them come with Anambra State. You understand? So Anambra State was very big. So the Minister of Education not driving to our school. The next time I back home, but I don't see principal, Reverend Father Basile, I've forgotten the first name. I said, did I submit any essay? Yes, now I said for my newspaper, and I wrote and I submitted. So they couldn't believe that somebody from that school wrote that. They didn't believe. So they rescheduled Namuna Bazi Enugu can be defend there. Why my Anna this thing or this year was Nigeria anyway. I know the Agasa. I'm telling you when Nigeria was functioning. So that day, Muna somebody from Queen's College, another girl from Queen's College, Enugu, na Ministry of Education Enugu, and ran at that place. Or you be a muna the girl, okay? Can you defend the Eva? And you're quite topic also.
Okay, Chuku. All the money you have been spending on Omowani and clubbing, if you have invested it in land banking with the Pine Leaf Estate and Properties Limited, all this loan app will not be pursuing you up and down. One, stop learning. Come and invest in land banking with the Pine Leaf Estate and Properties Limited.
The issue that before the girl could understand what that thing was all about, I was done writing. And this is going to it is going to so the thing is, I got the thing, the same style of writing. So, overall issue, can say, no matter the alien cause. In this one is written right before them. It's the same style of writing, the same command of English, the same everything. So, I know the same handwriting. There's the Abroad guy saying, so they just gave it to me straight away. They didn't just go for something. I go on and get go out. With my school in the school doctor, so JDR, you know. So that is it, and I won it that time. So when China, my friend, my cousin Shidebe, Mr. China, Abugole director in Nollywood already. So there was something that they needed to write. There was a film that they needed to write for who they call Vine Concept, Emeko Ugezu. And that's when they call occultic battle. The man exactly called the story. But they needed somebody who can write it. Practically all the writers in Nollywood as at that time, they got that film based on the man's story. The man who said, here, near like other thing. And the China was the person actually directed the film. And China should call that money. And Bob, then you go film, you understand? So China will remember that I used to write. And then he called me. One surplus, but what surplus I drop go na secondary school. One surplus, I could evolve, or some of my doing film. And see a film or the same thing with drama. Or some no drama, no film. No film that all different from drama. And see, oh boy, that's not something I get it, and getting me. So no we studio also come daily into a film, you know. Nya send go delimu sample nkefa degolede kam fogede malo ne ya can send himself was actually looking stupid to me, but that's a years already. See, I made them we call him the story. I said, like, how long will it take me to write? And say, maybe 1 week or 2. I said, no, I'm plus the man. Another 1 week or 2 weeks that I should take my time and I should write this thing. No sure can there, and nobody even get it here. So then the thing I've been in Lagos that time. I wrote it and I emailed it to him. Now go or they call this thing. Then forward the man where the filmmaker Ugezu who lives in America now. They make a good one of the films. You know, this is exactly what he has been looking for. That this person has captured the totality of the film. Therefore, that this is the one we are producing. And then the man insisted that the person who wrote this film should be part of the production of the film. Because never go story na EDC film. Eluo na set. And I be there. Direct, yeah, for
So you don't have 20 license.
the man actually came any crap now. Also, audio 2 or the eba. So the also did the film Nollywood. What was here? Not even the in the film that time. No, you know, that kind of thing. Because I'm somebody that like it. I like to write. It gives me joy to write. You know, there's a film. I was not talking about money. The film, yeah. Then I will see people like Peter Ducier. People like Olu Jacobs, people like late Justice Shiri, people like late Ene Benelebowa. These men, I will see them sitting down reading what I wrote, and they are feeling excited with that they like the way this writer is writing and I will by the corner. So the thing was actually giving me joy, not the money. So that's why most of the times, even they are when they were singing here, they want fame. Yeah, that's okay. Now one them way I'm okay. When I came into this industry, they shot like 14 of my scripts. They didn't pay me anything, and I wasn't even thinking about the money. I was just concerned with the fact that they were shooting, they were filming it. And it is actually from there that I started to gain the ground that I finally gained. Yeah, I mean, if I look at the foundation,
Yes.
the foundation was not about money. The foundation was just about just push it out there, send it out there. And then eventually it paid off. And that has been my advice to people that are coming up, that money should not be the motivation for
The
you.
benchmark.
It should not be. It should not be. Money will eventually come, because once you are good in what you are doing and it is consistent, then you now try on your own to improve. You must see, because need to go to. Therefore, if you take a you understand? So many of the things in men are film, like if I give somebody, a writer, a film to write, or they say send the art to me, or send the art to me, then the moment I computer, I'm the film again. The film again and send the quality on your daily. Near the person the whole credit. Nobody will know that I made input in the film, because I will still give the whole credit to the original writer. Then that original writer can get them, because when they read, they know that there is a great improvement. For me to gather experience for that improvement, training, you associate with people that can improve in what you are doing. You know, that is how we are, where we are. Thank you.
Keduka, your higher education, the Iga University.
Yes, I went to shoot. I was in a shoot. I read public administration and I wrote 2-1. I nearly wrote first class, but I don't know why they didn't be first class. It's still an issue, but 2-1 is not bad.
Yes, some universities that are like that. I passed through such department too. They feel like giving people first class. They're very stingy with it, as if you cannot defend.
Same thing with my own, because there was no reason I shouldn't get first class. There was no reason. But they finally decided not to give me first class. They gave me 2-1. Public administration, Enugwu State University of Science and Technology. I wouldn't know their reason, but I am okay.
This is a perfect platform to actually call them out if you need to.
I don't need to call anybody out. I don't call people out.
Okay, Ayaka, if you go to school, your university experience, do you think it's contributed to how you're doing what you're doing now?
Nigerian university system, I give it to them, is actually the best in the world. Yes, because Nigerian university system will expose you to even the things you don't need. That's why ndị Igbo anyị chọcha afọ a ga-akpọ university si na mahadum ibe ọpụtara na ị ga-amafa ncha niile. So onye ọbụla go university in Nigeria can actually go to university anywhere in the world
And do
well. So yes, to a large extent, public admin in go to school nyere very well. Yes, I didn't read theater. Even Jimana theater, Abu Kawacharo, the ultimate, and most of the people go to theater, go your former. By the time I bring them into the field, you chop on with the farmer at all. They don't know anything. Yes, but that is just the truth, and we have said it in a lot of fora. Aburo na madi university, he said he go film. When the university, they go film science. A blue course money go. Then he bring a camera or man okay say a camera on. That means the person have phone by the camera, a proper professional camera. All through the years, all go to university. So then I go film science. Can even a film science then I go without a camera. So they will make you pass through all the theory. You know, go all the Shakespearean theory and all the useless theories that nobody needs in real life. When somebody is required to come and act in a film, for example, Gregorian theory and all those theories, and they will make you to master all those theories very well. The way you speak, and you cannot speak like that in a film.
Yes, you don't need projection.
If you speak like that in a film, you are stupid. You sound stupid. So the rating they need, they are not teaching them that. They are teaching them obsolete. They need an improvement in the school curriculum. I'm not just saying it here. It's something we have said. You were there in the City Film Festival last year.
Yes.
It's part of the things we were discussing.
Yes.
When you bring all these lecturers, bring all these HODs or film departments, for them to see then we need to have an improvement in the curriculum, so that mmadụ gosi ya akwụkwọ pụta enwee uru ọba before ọgụ. No, mmadụ gosi ya akwụkwọ pụta sị na ije egwu film nwere ife mal. I took a young man from UNN, duzie na studio ka me voiceover of a particular scene that requires voices talking. And then I showed him just come anyhow. When see them in a studio. So I took a particular young man that I like him. I like the way he acted. I go to a sound studio. The guy was him. Now this is the first time in a kind of sound studio. This is a graduate. You won't believe this. A graduate of film has never been to a sound studio in his life. He has no experience. I'm not talking about going to sing. I'm not. He must not be a musician to know about sound studio. But as somebody passing through university with that kind of experience, there's no reason you want to be in a sound studio, because the department should have a sound studio. The department should have a sound studio.
For practicals.
Yes, they should have, where they teach their students voice modulation and all these things. You record your voice, you come and listen to your voice. It's part of the things. You record your voice, you'll come and listen to that voice. Where this voice is supposed to go up, where it's supposed to come down, where it's supposed to be like this. In a film, you have to learn all this. Voice modulation and all this. But they are not teaching them anything. They're teaching them theories that they don't need. You understand? Yeah. And
Elizabethan theater.
You Unwagu theater.
Extra pit.
Anything about, but I'm just telling you, that's the thing. Oh, remember,
I was in the Alumni City Festival when one of the theaters graduates. You can remember one guy, Sinoji AI, where met him.
Yes.
And then there is a UNN lecturer. You know the person I'm talking about. Joy say that Ego UNN. Tell the word on what they hear mota.
Yes.
He stood there and told him that no what they home.
What about mota? Yes.
That what he has been doing is what he would have taught himself.
That's it.
I was there. I was there. Look at this era now of content that we are here now. This era of content that everybody is going to internet. Ijakwa University. I cannot call dinosaurs. Now I call Zeus. You know, I've been clamoring.
It's a producers.
This is actually, they would have introduced films since content introduced. Man, I can
go film.
Now,
I can go film. I'm telling you, I live if you can go where. Remember the end 10 when you see that film. You can't go with content. Remember anything was in a film. I'm telling you. Okay, I jam office in the YouTube na California.
Okay.
You know, people are more the level of demand in Dutch and show for Nigerian contents. Okay, but I never got in the film before.
Yes.
When Nollywood was Nollywood, I never got in the film.
Yes.
At the point, I was in a meeting, everybody discussed Kamal, Ghana and the Nigerian market, global market. Can I release the film that Ghana and Nigeria at the same time? So when you are releasing a film in Nigeria, you are releasing the same film in Ghana. Can Nigerian market and Ghana market both the same thing? Eventually, that discussion is selling too. They're the market strategy or marketing or physical marketing will collapse or as it did. But Nigeria was able to immediately metamorphose into the era of YouTube.
Yes.
Ghana could not. And that would be very unfortunate because in Ghana you have wonderful actors.
Yes.
Wonderful actors with near perfect command
of English.
Yes. That you give it to Ghana. They have it. But that business push in the Nigerian way, they can everywhere. And that's why it appears that the YouTube need more of Nigerian.
Say this part in English so that our Ghanaian audience can also understand.
The YouTube, they told me that they need more of Nigerian contents na YouTube. And you begin to wonder, why do they not need this or that? There are so many countries. Let me be very sincere with you. Quality of the film we are making is not what made Nigerian Nollywood to capture the world. It is not the quality, because if you say quality, then you are not being sincere to yourself. So many countries in Africa, they shoot film. If you watch their film, you will agree that this is film. Everything perfect, technical, sound, everything perfect. But the story itself is nowhere to be found. So the story is what has made Nollywood stand out. Your story that you are telling, does it resonate with, because the biggest market we have is not actually Africans in Africa. No. The biggest market we have are Africans in diaspora. That YouTube is thriving today is because of Africans in diaspora. They want to watch something.
A touch of home.
Yes, they want to watch something, whether it is in the picture, the aesthetics, or whether it is
in the language, diction.
Whatever, let it be something that takes their minds to somewhere they feel like. But if you are shooting a movie for them and you are trying to make the film to be as Western as what they are already tired of, the film is they are already tired of the movie. And that is where the Ghana filmmakers, that's where they got it all wrong. Because most of the films at a point, so many of their... I remember that the organizers of the Third International Screenwriters Conference in Poland, they told me that they were not interested in Ghana. That Ghana keep copying. They said it. And they said it. It's something that if we can go back to that same conference and then pull the footage, they will say it. Because if they are interested in Ghana, they should have invited somebody from Ghana the way they invited somebody from Nigeria. They didn't invite anybody from Ghana. And that answer came because I wanted to know why they should invite somebody from Nollywood and they didn't invite somebody from Ghana, because I believe all of us are making the same African films. They said that they are not interested in Ghana. They are very plain. You know, Oyibo, they don't hide, they want to say...
No mago,
yes,
straight up.
They will just say the way they feel. They say it because they keep copying. They are interested in you because you are consistent. So that consistency drives them. You are just telling the story. It's not as if you are trying to tell something that somebody is pushing you. You are telling it because it is actually coming from your spirit. So if we give you more push, you will tell the stories more. That is it. So it is a very big problem. Now, Nigerians, we are pushing all these stories, pushing all these films, and then they are still demanding for more. The era we are now is to find a way, and that is what the film festival, part of what the film festival, the Cool City Film Festival,
Yes.
even the lecture they want us to hold in January, still about the same film festival.
Okay.
It's about the same thing. How do we merge the culture, the tradition? How do we merge it with the technicals so that we can sell to the world? It's not just. It's no longer about story. It's about the ability to tell that story that you have already captured the world with. That same story, then bringing superior technical ability into that same story, tell it. Are you not shocked that eventually Netflix said they are no longer interested in Nigeria? Why? I got feedback. The Africans in diaspora, they say that the Nollywood they have in Netflix is not the Nollywood they know. It's not the Nollywood they are used to. It's not the Nollywood they want to see. Because you cannot be telling African story and then you are telling the African story to be like a Western film.
They know where to see Western movies.
It does not make sense. People should be able to understand this. When Ghana film starts, for example, When, sorry, not Ghana, when Indian film starts, you know that this is Indian film. They have never tried in their life
To impress you.
With anything. They have never done that. When China film starts, you will know that this is China film because before you know it, somebody will use one leg to slap you. You will know that this is they don't hide.
Korean movies,
Korean
Philippines, same
that
thing.
is it. Nigerian films should be able to have that, and we have it already. That when Nigerian film starts, you know that this is a Nigerian film. What we need to do is to improve, not for us to start to dismantle that structure we have already, and then start to copy somebody else that you're watching Nigerian film. You are wondering whether is this Nigerian film. If we make mistake of losing that, then we will have lost everything. That uniqueness is important. But I subscribe to those that say we should improve on the quality, and we're working towards that. We know how the economy is. And then forget that Nollywood is the only product from Nigeria that is being exported as finished product. Nothing else. There is nothing else we are exporting from this country as finished product. The only thing that is being exported from this country as finished products, they are the entertainment contents. People watch it and they can only learn from it. Nobody is trying to take it somewhere to begin to do anything on it again. And then you will see journalists, every small opportunity they have, or lawyers, or everybody in every department, every opportunity they have, they are comparing Nollywood and Hollywood. And then you ask these people, don't you think it's actually credit that you are already beginning to compare Nollywood and Hollywood?
Yeah, past Ghana, past South Africa.
If you as a lawyer making this comparison, can you compare the quality of law in Nigeria and the quality of law in America?
It
The answer
never
is
been
no.
compared before.
Can you compare the quality of policing in America and the quality of policing in Nigeria? The answer is no. Can you compare our PDP, APC with the American Democrats and Republican Party? You cannot compare. Can you compare our transport system with the American transport system? The answer is you cannot. Can you compare our airport and the airport in America? The answer is you cannot compare. Can you compare even our restaurant management with the restaurant management in America? Can you compare our hotel? What department can you compare? In everywhere you
Hospitals.
in hospital, name them. You cannot compare anything. So in the area where you are working, you are not comparing your own, but you are always in a hurry to compare,
to throw shades at Nollywood.
to compare Nollywood and the Hollywood. And I see that as credit. Because if we have managed to be consistent over the years without any government involvement, individual efforts to get this industry where it is, and then to the point that you are now comparing us with some other people, that means it's a credit. It's a credit. Government in Nigeria will always say they want to help Nollywood. They will vote money that when you hear, your head will spin. Then this money will end up in the pockets of political filmmakers. Political filmmakers who have all the documents of film, but they have never made one film. Or maybe they have made one film at a point in their life just to pass as a filmmaker. They are no longer making films, but they have all the documents because government has become so manipulated that everything is about documentation. They are no longer real in anything. They don't want to apply wisdom in their operation because everything is bureaucracy. So once they want to give money, they will look for all these political filmmakers who have all the political documents, and they will tender to government, and government will give them the money, and they say they have given money to Nollywood, and you are not seeing the effect of that money. It is happening consistently, and government, they are not even asking questions. How come that we are doling money into an industry, and the industry, they are still complaining they are not seeing money, no dividend? Who is actually receiving this money? And nobody has been arrested. That's why you see, you look at Nigeria sometimes, you actually get confused with a whole lot of things that are happening. But we are not giving up. they didn't give us money for us to be where we are. So we are not actually so
dependent on them.
We are not desperate about that their money. If they eventually give us, fine. If they fail to give us, they want to continue giving to their political filmmakers that have all the documents to give to the banks. Everything, before you can mention the document, they have it. You understand? But they don't have any film.
Yes, I agree. There is something you said, Ayaka, that struck me. It is not the quality that sold Nollywood.
It's not the quality.
It was the story. Because the films that made the likes of Nkemo, Uwezu, they were not shot on 3D. Okay, I go to YouTube now, you will see old movies doing so well. Look at Osofia in London, going back to Netflix. The story, the authenticity of the story is what is. But now everybody is talking about quality, as if when we watch Igodo and then the likes of Egg of Life, we saw any quality. It was just the story.
Quality is good. I agree.
Yes.
Quality is good, and if we can get the quality to bash the story,
Powerful.
But let us not play down on the story. That is just my own.
Because we have so many quality movies that are just very, very well.
We have so many very quality movies that they have no story.
Yes.
You look at the film and you are wondering why will anybody film this?
Yes.
But some people are clapping for those movies. But the Africans in diaspora, they have looked at those films and they say that this is not Nollywood. This is not what they want to watch. So we are very delighted that
it's happening like that.
It's happening like that.
Let them. YouTube. You talking about YouTube, how Nigerians penetrated YouTube, and then Ghana filmmakers are finding very, very difficult to do so.
It's unfortunate, and it's unfortunate because they make good films.
Yes. Do you have one or two things to say about how YouTube market was penetrated? Mr. China, Mark Collins was talking one time. He said that Lagos people were laughing at the Basaba people when they came together and merged. And said because when they lost the grip of Iweka, Alaba, Panzo Daba, and then I don't know whether are you conversant with that story of how Igbo marketers, you, me, come together and say, give me 10 film a year, I give you. Later, were you aware of such merging?
But it is still happening now.
Okay.
It is still, of course, it is. That is the whole essence. There's a new group that just came up now, that is called the image makers. It's a new group of up to 50. 50 filmmakers. Yes, they are coming up to launch their own YouTube channel. You know. Let me be very sincere with you. That's why so many people will keep telling me, why is it that you don't have a YouTube channel? I don't believe I'm an international human being. I don't believe in all these individual me, all those nonsense. I don't believe in that. Business thrives better when you are in partnership. Just partner with people who, because you cannot just everybody must not have television, like the rubbish that is happening on YouTube now. Everybody has television. And some people will actually say they don't want to act for anybody again. They want to act only their own film. So those are nonsense.
It's happening.
Yes, it does nonsense. Because your room cannot be the only room that defines your beauty. Your room cannot be the only room that defines your beauty. Your beauty should be able to be defined in rooms.
Across?
Yes, in rooms. If your beauty is defined only in one room, then the beauty is not beauty. So as an actor who is acting, you have to test yourself in a lot of waters. Say because you are a swimmer and you are swimming only in one swimming pool that is at the back of your house, and in that swimming pool at the back of your house you swim so well, and then you believe you are a swimmer. But now they give you, water that has a lot of velocity, you will discover that you can't even swim. But if you have been testing waters, no matter the water they give you, you find a way to maneuver it. Everybody must not have a YouTube channel. Yeah.
Which is what is happening now.
But that is what is happening now. And we may have to, at a point, we discover that we may have lost it. But if we are in partnership, it is better. That is how business works. Like 20 people, they come together and they are committed to that partnership. Because then the problem again we have in Nigeria, we cannot take away when it comes to failure of governance and failure of the system. Failure of the system, people will always say that Nigeria is bad because individuals are bad. I always disagree with that ideology. If somebody here now in this your office, Chijioke, one of your staff now in this your office, they frauds you. When you go to the police, they will expect you to bring money for them to start investigation. Am I lying? Am I lying?
No.
People may not be saying this, but that is what is happening. Somewhere else, any business that is paying tax to government is government business. Because if that business goes down, an arm of government that is employing people has gone down.
Yes.
When somebody defrauds a business, government comes into that as if it is their own. That is how system works. We don't have it in Nigeria. We don't have it in Nigeria. And that's why so many companies are going down. You will see people who have money and somebody is telling them, why are they not invested? Those that invested, have their money not gone down? Who have they arrested? Somebody who you employ is actually in your business building empire secretly from your business. Before you know it, your own business goes down. And then you report to the system. How does system, respond to such issues? The system we have here does not respond well. Because police only gets to work in Nigeria when you have money. When you have money or when you are heavily connected. If you are not connected and you don't have money, you are on your own. Even your case that is very legitimate will turn against you right before your face. These are the things we are seeing. And these are the system issues. Pure system issues. So it boils down to why some people will say, we don't want to go into partnership. Because we don't know. You understand? It's better for me to remain on my own. So if you blame people for opening television here and there, you also look at them and you also say, okay, maybe because of the situation on ground, no one else should know then EBS because if we get into the partnership, we've only got the partnership or police.
Yes.
Police that say, but you know, if Ayaka, I got a next to you don't would be the money. Who good at what if we have? Let's be get there to Yalos. Oh, you're the woman they get dollars. No, to an dollars anyhow. But over on your with the mind.
Yes.
That's it.
Wow. Achọbụ ka anyị jiri nwayọ, but since we're now talking movies now, I want us to talk about Enugwu, where you come from, because enwem so many questions pertaining to movies. And achọrọ ka anyị mee section by section. So let's try to go back to where you are from, Enugwu. Maybe by the time so many people might have seen this interview, they've conferred on you the Enugwu chieftaincy and further initiation into Enugwu aristocracy institution. Permit me to say congratulations, sir.
Thank you.
Congratulations, sir. Nalu. Iwike gwa anyị the place of Enugwu Mori in Igbo cosmology. And when they name arguments of Enugwu, Aguleri, Ndijo for Ndinejiro, I think I've heard such thing and every NDBC one day. In week as Enugwu, you have anything to say about what's the Kedi Enugwu Nani?
Enugwu was simply in the head of the Umuri clan.
Okay.
It's just the in DC bar. Is something that I don't talk about that because
it's subjective.
Yes, because that it will go a lot of opinion.
Yeah.
And actually my opinion, but one of those opinions.
Okay.
You understand? Even
Okay.
na-abata n'Umunri. Onye ọbụla kweta na Enugwu Ukwu bụ isi n'Umunri clan. Umunri bụ only a part of the Igbo. Ọ bụchara the cosmology. No, maybe we can say is it an ancestral dimension or something.
Okay.
You understand? Mana abata na Enugwu Ukwu, enwere Enugwu Ukwu, enwere Agụ Ukwu, enwere North, enwere Enugwu Agịdị. Ya niile bụ ụmụ nwanne. Enugwu Ukwu bụ isi. Agụ Ukwu megide zawazia ọ na-anya anyị ka ndị Agụ Ukwu wepụ Agụ Ukwu n'ababa. Sị na abụzi Agụ Ukwu. Sị na abụzi nri. O nwere ndị ya bụ nri na nri ya bụrụ sọsọ ụfọdụ bụ nri. Nri comprise ma Enugwu Ukwu, comprise ya ma Agụ Ukwu, even ma ndị Orerio, ma ndị wacha niile connect ito nri. Ma ndị North ma ndị Enugwu Agịdị. You understand? Ọ ya emegide ndị Enugwu Agịdị asị na abụzi Enugwu Agịdị. Na abụzi nri.
Okay.
All of us are ụmụ nri. Onye chiri eze n'Enugwu Ukwu, ife na-abịa bụ eze Enugwu Ukwu and igwe of ụmụ nri. Anyị na ndị Agụ Ukwu na-eme nwanne na-ebesi nwanne ike. Ọdụ nwere mere esi anyị na ndị Agụ Ukwu. The only problem a na-enwe bụ na ndị Agụ Ukwu si na rọva bụzi nri. Asị unu bụzi nri gọgọ. Atịma uru anyị na-abụ nri na ndị ọzọ bụcha ụmụ nri. Mana ọ na-eso okwu because anyị chere na ka na-emekọta. Mana ọ bụrụ nke ndị isi a na-ekwu atịmaja because nwere ebe mụ na onwe m bụ chairman. I'm chairman of cabinet in Idu Palace of Ubugad and Aguleri, where majority believe no back, but many people believe, but in Agukwa a lot of other Ivan if you can the mother Karakwetese. And not from that place that Rino were poor, where everyone aside the Enugu by which is not Enri. Is a son of Eri. You got to go. They will Eri. Then when we Eri, even they need different accounts. I'm not that. Even different accounts. Some other people will not agree with that. You understand? The only area more even and I have told them that I don't believe in that is that I will from Israel. No, I don't believe. In the Igbo, even older than all distance. In the Igbo, too deep and too old. And there are so many things. I would never say any miles. People will understand how old the body. But over a trace, can even DC and down on DC. I bought them more a trace because we see one with a key walk. You understand?
Even told them mother can
I put that I have on Debo. I have on Debo, you understand? My own cake is organized and Debo can Debo neighbors one Nike or a Bemuashaw.
Yes, which is more important.
It's more important than even that.
The unity.
Can even can Debo
send
one name
togetherness. If we be
like a work down and a body religion. Ndị Igbo niile abịa together enwe New Yam Festival ọ bụrụ ọga across Igbo niile eme New Yam Festival one day. How do we achieve that? Ọ bụrụ ndị America ndị eme isi a na-agata even sure even I mention argument ya ga na-aga a na-akpasi dị alụ every but even the quadro impossible also tana ọ bụ na-akpagide ala akpati ya ama menwe ya emebi ya emebe ọ bụrụ a very big occasion that can go around the whole world. Na ndị Igbo na-eme New Yam Festival, particular day. No, na asị na ndị Enugwu emezi that enwere ike niile na-aga na one day Shabbat na emebe their week after next month. Don't work na ndị nnukwu amekwe New Yam Festival was Christmas. Some ndị Imo State ma meka invite their own New Yam Festival na December.
Those of us,
you understand? Ọ bụ na ndị Igbo nwe ike ịchịkọta ya ka a na-eme ya one day. Ọ ya amagbu onwe ya eventual. Even so, I need discuss. I want we were
you see us
they tell they do work and did you blues or ebe ndị kpaazụ we were na be ya gonna make an so kana the ka na eselo
understand it
controversy I think na ya gave given there ndị Igbo ụmụ nwanne anyị mara ka anyị esi eme nwanne ka nwanne betawala anyị mkpụrụ
I agree
Okechukwu, all the money you have been spending on Umuwanyi and clubbing, if you have invested it in land banking with the Pine Leaf Estate and Properties Limited, all this loan app will not be pursuing you up and down. One, stop learning. Come and invest in land banking with the Pine Leaf Estate and Properties Limited.
Obugada has to know God. God is in the Bible. And then I just want you to throw more light on the whole na Esikwa Israel. And one lady info video the other time. Now, okay, hi na chọrọ ndị nara acha anyị. Mgbe ọbụla anyị bụ anyị si ebe a ndị afọ anaskọ na fasi ebe anyị si.
We can about even is a complex topic. I nwere ike isi na mmadụ achọ ma ndị Israel kwetakwa na anyị na mmadụ abụnwe similar na mmadụ na-abụnwe similar culture and similar because majority of the things niile dị na Old Testament as iwu ọ bụrụ na ịbụrụ na-eme na even nọ na-alụ na nsọ ndị Igbo edere mana onye ọbụla maara alụ na nsọ na Igbo ife bụ alụ na ndị nsọ egbuteva na aba na ọbụla alụ na nsọ ife a niile dị na Old Testament bụ exactly ife dị na alụ na nsọ exactly what even dị iche
Yes.
so ịbịa bụ na-ede n'ihe anya in that way ise na ndị a na-abụ nwekwa kavasi wee similarity but onwezi enwe ike iprove ka o si wee bụrụ that similarity ya and ọ bụrụ as long as ọ bụ na ma prove we nke mmadụ ya emewu ị na-ege maazị dibia is trying to prove to you na ndị Japan bụ ndị Igbo agwara m ego gị
yes ọsọ na ọkazi
ọsọ na ndị Japan bụ ndị Igbo na-agwaghị ife ndị a niile bụ ibe ụfọdụ ibe na-echi ya isi gị nwere ike isi gị ewuru ọkụ ibe onye onwe ebe ọbụla ya abụbọ so ka m achọrọ m ka m nọrọ na that side of ka anyị esi wee mee ka Igbo niile bụrụ ofu ịghọta na-ekwu ebe side nchọ ka m na-agba side nke na ndị a bụ ndị a na ndị a bụ ndị isi ndị a na ndị a bụ ndị ọnọdụ ndị a na o ji ọnwụ na ndị a bụ ndị a ozugbo ebe adị m achọ ka m na-eje na side ya because onye ya tọrọ ya a na-eje na that side ma na anyị ka ga na-akpawa oke aka na-ekewa ka anyị chịkọtara ya achịkọtara
enwelu ndị Enugwu ka m fụrụ enwe mmemme unu mmemme unu na-eme unu na-eyi abada ese triangle
ma ụlọ na-Enugwu
agụleri okay
ebe a bụ star onye bụ ebe a ka na-enwe problem
yes
so many people are saying no Star of David that na abụrụ Star of David that star is far older than David. That star had been in existence before I should tell you my grandfather David. So I want the same way somebody is ever saying they discover River Niger. Oh, to a guy but we discover because now that thing is part of Insibidi language. Insibidi language but the first code. Oh, the first code there. That star is actually what triggers vision. Did I have uzo na ibuzo kagodi that star. If I was Star of Eri, is not Star of David, because that thing is older than David. Manande kaimala abuko kaima publication. Degi ponya Star of David popularize yan. So equivalent of ijana akwale the mother. Now you know discover the Vanaja, I discover the Vanaja. The Vanaja the eba since. No makarunu mwala akumwe long leg. Just ya no ye discover. Okwa na river ndi na akwazo na miazo. Iriaro. Bina ango ya ango wori bro their means of livelihood. Kudu just wolobo. But as you know discover. All the same thing kaya ji we na that star. That is Star bro Star of David. And I begin to prove when you make yes. I begin the bazo. I bet you why you quote an obro their own. That thing is rooted. Even the boy call.
Aka ikwu maka Igbo ya na omenala Igbo because afọ m na Igbo onye ife Igbo na-amasịrị nne onye na-anya na ejije ị na-eme ọ ga-afụsị ụdị akụkọ ị na-akọsị and then enwekwu interview anyị melụ Reverend Father from your remark there the grandfather na-ekwu maka ịkpụ alụ
Yes.
and everything. Kedu your disagreement with such remark from him? Kedu ebe ị nwere misunderstanding with?
That Reverend Father Okenya, all my friend, and that was somebody in their respect of ma. When mgbe ndị Wazobia FM program 2 years ago, mụrụ na abụ ka emeli invite bịa the election. Mana even na-ekwu ka anyị gara ịdị na-aga takọ just like that ka mmeke ịkpụ alụ bụ something bụ even ndị Igbo na-eme, and enwere pattern eji akpụ dị alụ. Nye ga ịbazi asị gị anyị na-eji ụzọ ụka wee jekọta Jizọs n'elu obe wee were kpụọ alụ abụrụ ihe abụ Jọs ka a na-aghọrị mmadụ asịkara na nwere ka mana ịgatọkọ ife ịgatọ ife niile a na-eme. It does not just make sense. Ịghọtago onye na-aka ụka fesi ya ụka azụ Jizọs ndị wayo ndị na-esogharị ya si ya na ndị otu ya ya nwee ike ịkwụ tas ma ọ dịba akwụna tas. Jizọs wasị ya kedu ego eji akwụ tas ma weta gị eweta ego egosi ya kedu onye ese na ego ọ sị ya na onye ese na ego no Siza ka ese na ego ọ sị ya wuli nke Chukwu nye Chukwu wuli nke Siza nye Siza. It simply tells you na enwere authority bụ Siza. That Siza nwere authority, mana nsogbu enwezi today na people believe na nwere iwe bụ Siza. That Siza nwere iwe represent. It represents a system that is there. Wele nke that system nye that system. Wele nke Chukwu nye Chukwu. Chukwu asịra gị mebie everything. So onye na-aka ụka dị mma, just like ọdịnala dịkwa mma. Onye ụka kwere aka na-akasi ya ike. Onye ọbụla nakwa eme ya na-emesi ike maka na ovu Chukwu a ka a na-ekpere. Mana mbọsị ọwụ na-ebido ga-atọkọba ibe niile ọ na mmadụ asị gị ọwụ na ịchọrọ ịdị ọkụ ịchọrọ ịdị ọkụ ịdị ọkụ ịchọrọ iju oyi you might nọ in between. So enwerịrị ibe na-aza na fada ya asị na ya na-eji ụzọ ụka were akpụ alụ. Enwere just like na a na-akwa ozu na many families achọpụtago na ịkwasị ihe ozu mechie pati niile na-eme na ije gbuo 1 million cows gbuo the whole canopy. Imesie ibe niile ọ bụrụ na ịkwarụ that person na traditional way which is not supposed to cost you so much money. Onye abụọ na ịkwara onye na traditional way emesie na family ya wo ma jide unu. Ọ na-eme ka ọ na-eme ọ na-eme steady. Ọ na-eme steady. So ka ndị mmadụ amazịghọta na o nwere onye anyị bụ o nwere ndị anyị bụ. You cannot change who we are as a people, and not because na uni nkuzi fada na-akụzi na-eme ka people ada aghọta. All the nkuzi a we try not to allow that thing to fly. Ọ bụ na mmadụ ji ya nwanne ya na-emega alụ ime alụ ihe akpụ dị alụ just like n'ụwa nke anyị bi niile kịta ndị mmadụ na-egbu mmadụ ma ndị ya ejeba court. Ile nwere isi gị na mmadụ ya masị ka etriti ya fọkọpụ onye ahụ ka egbu onye. I forget ya na omenala ndị Igbo anyị maalụ na onye ọbụla gburu mmadụ egbugo ọchụ, and onye bụ the highest crime mmadụ ya commit iwe ego isi gị aka igbuo mmadụ. O nwere iwe ọ ya eme mana iwu na ọ ya abịa ọbịa na ụmụ ọ bụrụ ọbịa na ụmụ n'ụmụ onye a ọbịa na ụmụ onye a ma iwu na onye a ya bịa nwere ide egbu mmadụ na nkịtị otu esi mezie ya nke ikpeazụ. Then ọ bụrụ na mmadụ gburu mmadụ by mistake onye a agba ọsọ ọchụ negodi data na ebe enile onye a ịma mgbe ọkpara data na otile onye enile aghara intaneti ya otile onwe bịakwa ụwa egen aga gbagide ava agba confirm na onye eni ya abịagokwa ụwa ọnwụgo onye ọ nọrọ ụwa. Ọ mbụ a ọ ji wee nwee onye ọ nọrọ ụwa ka onye eni gburie by mistake yezi wee nwee right isi ete back to that land wee mee omenala dị nkwa involve na ya before wee bi nwa olu n'udo ibe a wee ghara ime ya affect. Amara m na ebe na-ekwu mana all these things are nasigo because of the kind of nkuzi father na-akụzi. Ọ pụta ọsị gị na-ekpere kwe na-ekpere ibe ọ bụrụ ekpe ihe n'ime na-abụ ọ bụrụ otu a ibe na-abụrụ ekpere ọ bụrụ ibe na-abụrụ ekpere everything follows the pattern. Ọ bụ na-ekpere ikpe ekpere mana ibe na-ekwe na-asị na ọka ikpokọta mana abụ kpokọta wana abụọ gata onye otu oruwa i believe nọ na wọk ọ da wọk ọ nwere isi nọ na ọwọkụ imeche datị n'ime si jee gbọgara afa si jee gbaa afa dị na osighi na ahịara agba afa maka ịgbadakwa na afa agwa gị na o nwere ivu nume na alụ ka dị ebe ọ dị and enwere ike ọjọọ gbasi unu nkịtị anaghị agatọ na-eme many people baalụ ji vava mma many people baalụ emete na family ji many people and they don't know because na ndị ụka akụziolu na ije gbaa afa bụ njọ yet na ihe ejere na aka pastọ ewere Bible American Bible open na omume all this occult movement I know the same occult movement here bata n'ụka gata ụka because ụka dịla onwe ya unique na its own way ma ifụlụ nwe ụka ka esi aka ụka mana ọ na-enwezi ndị na-eme kọt bata n'ụka wee were kọt batakpuo na data ụka bịazie ghara ma gatọkọ ma kọt iwe niile na ive niile asọtọmtisi anya mekọta anyị ihe na-aghọta emegara sị gị goro igoro nkachif no mantụl iwu niile anyị na-enye anyị odoghị anyị na ihe a bụ jos anyị ihe na-aghọta the ten arụ na gas asịghị ije egolu gasị gị stika na ịmarakwa na stika asị ije were mmiri nke ije gote mmiri nke mmiri na-enwe nke a na-efe n'ilo nwe nke a na-efe n'ime ụlọ amana na-ata ya na
VIP holy water.
yes so ibe na ndị ndị n'anya ị na-wonder ka ụdị odoga na ebe a dị very organized ebe a dị very organized you understand people amụrụ the uniqueness of tradition no tradition bụ ya bụ nke dị sacred ọ just ka etesi mebie nze onye bụ nze n'ala Igbo bụ onye na-nze and obodo ọ na-enwere nze rie nne ọwekwa ibe a na-egatọkọta asị na nze ka m gwa eziokwu maka onye a na-echi nze ya ebula oche nọrọ ana na mbalabie oche mgbe oche ndị nze ịnọrọ na mbalabie a wee kaa gị mma niile aka gị mma niile mmeghesi niile gị drọp n'ala covenant direct covenant with you and aja anị onye bụ onye nze ibe ịmarọ na ịma nkwu ajọ oge nke ịmarọ ekwu na ịmarọ ịma nkwu ibe ịmarọ because achọ ka ajụwa asị ka eje jụọ onye nze because ọ nke onye nze kwu ka a ya egegegegere ekwete kedu iwe ji wee bụrụ ya onye nwe direct covenant with aja anị ọkwa ndị ụka akwa stil abasịda na-emezi nze ụka ihe ọbịa mgbe ebido ndị ebido mebive a lot of things ka ebe a na-akala mmadụ na ọ dị very no evil no hidden babiri akagbuo onye akagbuo epegan abịazi anyị ndị nọrọ na begara na ebe nze de na onye isi nze asị gị na ibugoro nze jụọ over how many of them chili nze ka akala mma niile that's why they can still do a lot of nonsense that's why they are onye bụrụ obodo adịrọ mma na ọnwụ na anyị edozinata ala Igbo ma na anyị esi ego for azụ again we have to go back we must have to go back na ọnwụ na anyị echere azụ because na eziokwu ihe Baịbụl esi gị na ọnwụ na onye eziokwu chiwe obodo adị mma ihe onye nze ka ọ na-ekwekwa ebe a onye Baịbụl na-egwa gị bụ onye nze dị ebe a onye nze chiwe obodo adị mma onye nze akara mma niile na-enwere ịmana onye nze nọ ebe a na-ekwu okwu na-adịrọ mma ọma na a na-ekpuchi eziokwu ọ nọ ebe agbachi nkịtị dakịrị soro na-abịa mba ọnwa nsọ ọfụrụ na a na-ekpuchi eziokwu he all under obligation based on who he is ogwu na ivu na-ekwu abịrị eziokwu na enyi nke eziokwu ebe ọ gbara isi onwe ozugbo so ivu nakwa na onye nze batara na ọgbakọ ịna-ekwukwara ihe ọbụla maka na ọ ya agasị ya anyị ka nwere ibe such things n'ala Igbo kedu obodo onye ka nwere onwe eze ebe ka ọ ka dị onye bụ nsogbu enwe ndị Igbo sị gị na avụ nze ebighị okwu ka ebe kedu umini avụ nze ebighị okwu kedu ibe ọ na-egosi at which point ka ọ bụ na avụzi ya nze asịgodo nze si ebe apụọ abana mgbe na-aghọta ka mgbe o ji wee lasa ala ya atara onye bụ avụzi ya nze asị ndị ọdọrọ gosi amaala onye nestin ojedoro nwunye mmadụ je kwoche nestin ivia ka ọ na-eri ibe o kwesịrị ili nestin ivia ka ọ na-eti ọnụ n'okwu kwesịrị itinye ọnụ na ya because na the whole sacredness of that institution is no longer with him so na ọ bụrụ na anyị chọrọ ka anyị dozie ya ka ma ọ bụ na anyị chọrọ ka anyị dozie because ị na-ajụ m question ijuru nsị ebe a wee
aga n'iru
ijuru nsị ebe a amaghịzi ka anyị na-ekwu okwu so dozie ka na-agata gị niile mana ọ bụrụ na achọ ka edozie ana Igbo anya ma na a ga-echi back to that is
ịma na can represent the Reverend Father here now because ife njụ gị bụ ife okwu maka ịkpụ alụ and everything ịma na omenala bụ mmadụ bido asị na ọ dị mma wee bịa adọptụọ ya ikweta na onye izizi kpụrụ alụ based on what he was exposed to mgbe a bụ omenala ka a na-eme ụka adịrọ onye izizi kpụrụ alụ bụ now enweghị ụka nyanwa now ọ dịgo exposed to ụka now do you feel like na o nwekwa that poetic license so far na ihe achọbụ result emesie nya ka ife apụọ can't on ime excuse nwe based on exposure this is what he's exposed to and then it could also work
na ihe ji ekwute gị na asị m ọwụ na akpụcha n'alụ
yes
na a na-eje agba afa mana ife na-akpụcha n'alụ kịta
onwe ike ọchịchọma agba
isi aka agba ọjụ amana na nwunye nakwe na problem because ọ sịghị na ama mgbazi afa na everything ya ma adịgwo oke
no need
agwara m nsogbu dị with pattern ọwụ na ọ believe na that pattern ọ ji wee kpụ dị alụ na work
yes
nsogbu adịrọ mana ọ ka a wee dị sure na alụ agbụ na-akpụpụ gị ya na ọ nwere ife ya emezi na this family mgbe dị n'iru emecha ọ bụrụ na alụ ka ji ndị a alụ asị na-akpụgo ọwụ na akpụchagwo dị alụ anya gbaa afa ana afa a na-agba abụrụ sọsọ ofu ebe ihe agbanata dị afa ebe na-atọ all the same thing Bible gwa no in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses shall every truth be established what the same thing abụrụ Bible ibe abụ okwu ọdịnala na ije confirm ọ alụ akpụ ma gbụtakwala ya ihe na-agba dị afa sọsọ ofu ebe ịgbasi anya ebe a ije gbaa ebe a and iji gba ebe a ya na-agba onye a na-egbago ebe ịgbasi ebe a ije gbaa ebe a ya agbụ ya ebe na-atọ a wee confirm ọlụ na ava na alụ ụlọkpụ na alụ agbụpụkwụ ya na onwezi ive ọ ya eme na gburu a ọ bụrụ na fada kpụrụ alụ ya ekweterekwene na a ya emevu ya otu a
there's no problem
enwe any problem
mana
ebe nwere problem bụ na ọ yara ekwe mkasị nyanwụ na onwe ya ekwesịrị na ịgba ava na ọ bugoro ụzọ kọndem godi ịgba ava amara m na-aweta nye ka ji osisi agha kọzi na ibe niile onye bịa anya fesi ya nke ọ maara anya ya nke agbọrọ ya rapụrụ ndị nwe nke a kava na-eme ya kava na ndị nna nna basi ya mee
ị nwere akọ pụrụ iche ịchọ ka ụwa nọ ị nwere ife dị n'obi ịchọ ikwu gbam ị nwere ife dị omimi ịchọ ka onye ọbụla malụ o nwere akara aka izola ezo ịchọ ka ụwa fụ na inwe passion fọ bịa na gbam ka ụwa n'onu yi ị nwere biznes ịchọ ịkwụnye n'ọkụ o nwere product ịchọ ka o soro na gbam ịchọ ka ife ị na-ele ife ị na-eme na-aga as viral as gbam we are here for you contact the number on your screen ka anyị kwụnye n'ọkụ ka ịfụ na ọ na-eme Adamaka gbam is the biggest Igbo interview in the world. Come and find out for yourself. Thank you.